Today we are at this incredible AAA frame located in El Peñol, Colombia. This is Hunter and I's first trip to the country of Colombia and will be the start of our Colombian Airbnb tour, where we'll be showing you guys some of the coolest stays in this beautiful country. So I have to be honest with you guys, Colombia was not at the top of my list of countries to visit, but my wife Hunter is a very adventurous person. She's been to over 50 countries, I think, and she wanted to visit this country, Colombia, for her golden birthday. So here we are. We flew from Detroit, Michigan into the airport in Medellin, and it took us about 8 hours, and there was a quick scare on the plane where we thought the cabin was on fire, but it turns out that Spirit planes just have some pretty intense condensation. And it also turns out that Colombia has some pretty incredible cabins on Airbnb. And the one we are touring today, I think, is one of the most unique cabins I've ever seen. The host has 3 cabins on this property. We'll be touring 2 of them, and they are actually named after local birds. This one is called Mimus, I think that's how you say it, which is the bird family related to mockingbirds, which feels pretty fitting for a structure that mimics itself. El Peñol is located about 2 hours outside of Medellin, and while we were here, we actually had a pretty crazy revelation that you'll see towards the end of the video. That's crazy. But first, let's start with the tour of this awesome A-frame cabin. This cabin sits on a beautiful body of water known as the El Peñol Reservoir, which was actually man-made back in the 70s for the hydroelectric dam that powers Medellin. This reservoir and the rock in Guatape known as La Piedra del Peñol are 2 of the main attractions in this area. We will show a little more on the rock towards the end of the video as well, because we went there and did the hike, and it was an amazing hike, which gives you an entire view of the reservoir. As you approach the cabin, you walk down this rolling hill that has a sweeping view of the reservoir. It's a beautiful vantage point, and there are some really nice stone seats under this big tree to sit at and enjoy the beauty. You'll walk down some steps to get to the cabin and down a walkway to enter into the back of the home. From here, you enter directly into the kitchen and communal area of this cabin, which is where I'm standing now. On the right side of this galley style kitchen, thanks mom, a little inside joke here, but in the last video we posted the wall hanging A-frame. I think I said like hallway style kitchen, and even a kitchen style hallway. My mom told me that it's called a galley style kitchen, so now I have my terms right. But this galley style kitchen has a double sink and a 4-burner gas stovetop. Above there are light wooden exposed floating shelves that hold your plates, cups, and coffee pot. And then underneath in these drawers are your cooking utensils and a hidden trash bin. To the left you have this black fridge and a modern wooden bar with a waterfall edge with 2 bar stools for you to sit at or dine at. Our host was kind enough to leave us with some food for breakfast, so we didn't need to go out, a bottle of wine, and some really nice bright sunflowers. I also really like the lighting in this kitchen. They have these paper lantern lights that have this really soft box type of glow, and they're like the pendant style hanging from the ceiling, which is really cool. Continuing through the kitchen, you have massive floor to ceiling windows, and overall this is such a very spacious feeling area because of the vaulted ceilings of the A-frame. This slider door takes you to the patio, and we'll get to that in a second. But first, let's take a right down this hallway. As I mentioned earlier, this cabin mimics itself, and regardless of which direction you take, you will find the same thing. The first door here is one of the bathrooms in the cabin. It's tastefully decorated with the black fixtures and includes your toilet, sink, and shower. The sink is a natural stone that has been carved out to create a bowl that sits on the floating wood vanity. And then the wall behind it has these elongated white ceramic tiles that are in the vertical orientation rather than horizontal, which I really like. This circular mirror here is huge and covers up a majority of this wall. And then you have your shower. And I just really love the look of this shower. It's a stone tiled floor that covers the walls and the floor. And then you have your black waterfall shower head above. You will also notice that the ceiling here is actually glass, letting in a ton of natural light. And I think it's the largest skylight I've ever seen in any bathroom. And it actually makes you feel like you are in an outdoor shower and really connects the inside with the outside. As you continue down the hallway, you will enter one of the bedrooms in the cabin. This bedroom is very spacious and has the vaulted ceilings, as do all of the rooms in this cabin. And they also have the exposed wood planks on the walls and ceiling, giving this a very natural cabin feel. In here you have your queen bed with white linen sheets and comforter. On the right side of the bed, you have this nice little sitting area and desk that you can work at or even eat at. You will also notice the white wood planks that kind of line the header of the bed. And then above that, you have some built-in shelving in case you need to store anything up here. On the left side of the bed, you have a slightly lower shelf that is a nice nightstand next to the bed. And you also have a very large circular mirror here, which you find a few of these throughout the cabin, but it just makes the bedroom feel really nice and spacious. They have another pendant style light above the bed here, which hangs and it is really beautiful. And then across the wall from the bed, you have the TV in the bedroom, which is actually at a very nice height. When you're laying in the bed, it's almost eye level, so it creates a really comfortable, I guess, viewing experience while you're watching TV. If we walk to the other side of the cabin, you will find the other bedroom and bathroom, which is the exact same setup, just on the opposite side. All of the finishes in this bedroom and bathroom are exactly the same as the other one. So if you have two couples that are wanting to stay here or a small family, this cabin is great for that. Both of these bedrooms have these floor-to-ceiling tinted windows that provide a view of the reservoir and leads you out to the patio area. So this patio area is what makes this cabin one of a kind. Not only do you have the silhouette of the 3 A-frames and incredible architectural design, but you also have this patio that is floating on top of the hill overlooking the reservoir. I mean, it's crazy. I really don't think it gets much cooler looking than this A-frame cabin, and the view from the water is insane. On the patio, you have a fireplace if you want to have a small fire, some seating, and a table for dining. We actually ate breakfast out here, which was just really nice and comfortable and a beautiful view, obviously. They also have this really cool mesh hammock that you can lounge in and just kind of sunbathe or relax. And then you also have this hot tub that is built into the deck. So as you guys can see, this cabin is just incredible. It's perfect for two couples, or if you're a small family that has 2 kids and they can have their own separate bedroom. I mean, it's amazing with the 2 master suites and then the common kitchen and dining area in the middle of the A-frame. And I mean, it's just, yeah, what can you say? It's incredibly unique and an awesome stay. We are really in the countryside of Colombia, so you do have a truly unique and local experience. The host provides a couple of kayaks and paddle boards if you want to go out on the water, which we took advantage of. And we also did the rock in Guatape that you can hike to the top of and see the insane view of the reservoir. We went on an afternoon and it was a little busy. They actually recommend that you go in the morning, but we were filming. But regardless, it was totally worth it, and I would highly suggest doing it if you are in this area. And then the final piece of this, guys, and the revelation that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I almost debated not including this in the video because there's a lot of, it's I think a very sensitive subject for a lot of locals and Colombians. But when we came back from the rock, it started downpouring. So we sat in the cabin and we were watching some documentaries on Pablo Escobar, which was obviously one of the infamous drug lords from Colombia back in the 80s and 90s and maybe even the 70s. Anyways, I don't know a whole lot of history about Pablo, but I think everyone kind of knows, who he is. And so we were watching this documentary, and all of a sudden Hunter recognized that the estate that was in this documentary was literally across the water from these Airbnbs.
His estate in the resort town of Guatape was his. It was right on the shores of...
Okay, that right there. We think is that.
I wonder if there's any risk to flying a drone over there.
That's crazy. That's crazy. 1,600 feet away from Pablo Escobar's old compound.
And we had no idea. Like, not intentional at all. Definitely it.
That's 100% it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the pool. That's wicked, man. Sure enough, Pablo Escobar's, one of his main estates in Colombia, is about 1,500 feet from this cabin. And you can see it off of the patio. I'll put a video on the screen here. And the reason I say I'm kind of sensitive about this is the Airbnb host does not advertise this at all. And in fact, you know, doing a little bit of research, most Colombians really want to forget about Pablo and all of the damage and the turmoil that he caused this country, which is totally understandable. But from a tourist point of view, it was just, you know, it's a big piece of history. I mean, there's no explaining what that guy did and all the horrible things and what he did to this country. But it's pretty crazy that you have an eye-shot view of Pablo's, one of his main estates from this patio. So I just wanted to mention that. We thought it was pretty insane that, you know, we were watching this documentary, we get out and we look over the patio and it's like, holy crap, that's it right there. So take it for what it's worth. Be sensitive to the local people here. I mean, they are, I think a lot of them are trying to forget that, and I totally understand, but just thought that was pretty cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that triple A-frame tour. This cabin's incredible, guys. Colombia is a beautiful country. I would highly recommend coming here and visiting, and there's a lot to do here. We are actually going to another city today, so we'll have a couple more cabins coming on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. And if you liked and enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one somewhere north of nowhere.